Now that Dragon Ball Super the manga and also Dragon Ball Superhero the movie are now both over, and we finally got to see all the new forms and all the true transformations that all the protagonists in the movie and the manga both have now, along with, sneaky villains that are going to be probably very much substantial in the future arcs. I think it's time to finally ask the question, what comes next for Dragon Ball? Is the new arc going to start off with a Frieza invasion, or maybe another world tournament, or just another universal fight between universes to see who's the strongest or the bad guy in that universe? Who knows? Maybe Beerus gets tired of all the Goku antics and dealing with, Universe 7 shenanigans, and he decides to just reset everything, making everybody in Universe 7, including Frieza, have to fight him in order to, not die. Who knows? These are all speculations. I don't have Akira Toriyama's notebooks of plot lines for future arcs. However, I do believe to know the future direction that Dragon Ball wants to head towards. Now, warning, there's going to be some spoilers ahead, so just getting everybody's a heads up. And while I got you guys paused for a second, like the video and also subscribe. I very much appreciate it. Okay, that should be long enough for the spoiler warning to die down. So first things first, I want to say I love Dragon Ball as a whole. Even watched all of GT, which, by the way, had a great intro. However, I would be lying if I said that most of Dragon Ball was unpredictable and complex, because it's not. I mean, we all know the formula by now. The world/universe is in danger. The side characters express how boned they are, and Goku comes in to fight. He might not win in the first bout, so he gets a transformation, a new one. And if that fails, he gets a new technique, or at least uses a new technique. Rinse and repeat. Now, for most of us, I assume, we grew up on this show. Kids all the way to adults. And during that time, we changed. However, most of the series of Dragon Ball, not so much. I mean, the Cell Saga was a nice change of pace, where Gohan was the hero instead of Goku. But that didn't really last long. You see, my point is, Dragon Ball hasn't caught up to the changes in anime, and more importantly, the anime community. Now, I'm not talking about the toxic comment sections or rule you know what. I'm talking about how a lot of popular animes, especially shonen jump ones nowadays, have more thought process in their fighting. Anime like Naruto, or better yet, Jujutsu Kaisen, where power means a lot, hacks mean a lot, but also knowledge of both players means even more. Not only that, it's not always a guarantee if the main character of the show can win the fight, even if he pulls some luck out his ass. Couple that with the fact that sometimes the side characters pull more weight. See, the problem with Dragon Ball is the fact that most of the fights usually go one particular way, where the dude that they need to beat does some powerful things, and then Goku shows up out of nowhere and he does slightly more powerful things by either unlocking a new technique that he'll probably only use during this one fight, or a new transformation that, is the new norm of busted and easily can get power crept, because the next person will be just as strong as this new transformation, bare minimum. That's usually how it goes, at least until recently. You see, I think Dragon Ball is slowly trying to evolve this style of fighting. They're still keeping a lot of it, but they're trying to go past it, try to involve more tactics, more thought process, trying to make it a little bit more unpredictable. For example, the Moro arc, for the most part, power wasn't the solution. For Moro wasn't particularly strong at the beginning, or most of it, but he had magic and he just outsmarted Vegeta and Goku. And they came to realize very quick that even though they were vastly stronger than any other iteration before that, even Broly the movie and Tournament of Power, all that strength didn't mean anything. So they tried to develop new ways to fight. And even side characters got brought up again. They were able to show their worth with the little time they had on screen. And at one point, it even looked like Goku was going to be second place this time and Vegeta was going to steal the show, which would have been actually an amazing development and actually would have proved that Vegeta is equal to Goku, and one can lose and everyone can win, and it can be interchangeable depending on the opponent. Though they kind of dropped the ball towards the end during the last 20%, where Moro just got strong, it just became power, and then Goku just got a transformation. Well, really, it was just an upgrade. This is all to say that the Moro arc at the end just repeated history. It was pretty much just the same thing. Vegeta got tossed to the wayside. Goku became, the victor. He did his whole spirit bomb thing, kind of like the Majin Buu arc, and that was it. However, during the conclusion of these last two arcs, as I said at the beginning of the video, the last arc and the end of the movie pretty much spelled out a new age for Dragon Ball, where I believe they're definitely trying to take it into another direction. Because during the Granola arc, there was so many differences compared to every other arc. One, Granola wasn't the bad guy. It was just all pretty much a big misunderstanding. Granola thought that the Saiyans were the bad guy, so he sacrificed his life to become stronger. But at the same time, it was more like Dragon Ball was trying to become Naruto. At this moment, Granola was like a Hyuga member with his ability to hit people's vitals, and also with his eye power to also see people's vitals, and the fact that he can make clones and all these other things. Then another difference was Vegeta got a power up completely of his own, completely separate from Goku, and it actually looked like it was doing just as much work, or if not more, than what Goku's was doing. And the last big change was Goku and Vegeta, neither of them was the victor towards the end. It was actually Granola. And then really truthfully Frieza. For Frieza came out of nowhere and kind of finished it all up. And then we talk about the movie, where the movie is all about pretty much Gohan and Piccolo getting their own powers and evolving themselves, putting them on the same playing field as Goku and Vegeta. Also in the movie, you get to see Broly training at Beerus's planet. Like, the future for Dragon Ball is looking completely different than what it is now. It looks like they're finally trying to spread the love to other characters, and not only that, not have Goku be the only winner towards the end. And now we have 3 to 4 more people, Granola, Broly, Gohan, and Piccolo, who can all now compete in the future saga. They're already hinting that Broly is going to be in the next thing, and Broly being trained by gods is going to be something. Broly might be the real powerhouse at the end, because that's pretty much what he got. From what we've just now seen, Dragon Ball is definitely heading towards a new direction. It definitely looks like they're no longer just feeding heavily on transformations and Goku being, the sole victor. It seems like there's going to be a mix of that, where like, yeah, you get a new transformation, but really, how smart are you with that transformation? Because it can still be beaten. Now, really, I'm actually kind of hyped to see what is next for Dragon Ball, because it definitely looks like they're trying to swap it up, and that's a good thing. A little bit of change here and there is always nice.